of the schools actually. And in fact, the school calendar must be followed. However, several years ago, we were advised that the schools, for whatever reason, and it's not necessary to discuss, if the school calendar is set with the day being open, and there is no more understanding that they're not asking for busing on those days, there's no need for a motion, nor is there any need for grandstanding here. The calendar must be followed.
Okay, but it should just be noted in the bids.
Oh, absolutely. Well, let me say, and again, and I have to say this, I'm not saying... Well, it has to be in the bid because it's a state bid. What we need to do, Gus, is now apparently say to the vendors, not the day before a holiday, but when you go out to rebid, many rounds or whatever you're renewing, you need to say respectfully, this is what the intent of, I think, is, that, guess what? You're busing on the school calendar legal holidays, even though we have been told in the past we weren't. They want to make that clear. That's a good point. So, whether I agree or disagree is irrelevant. I'm not here for voting purposes. But the purpose is that vendors should be well prepared to follow school calendars, despite previous understandings, written or not, understood or not. They just want to make sure vendors are aware of that. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. To drive that point home, tomorrow I will send a memo to all the vendors.
Well, again, sir, you could drive points home, you could drive nails into wood. The fact is that that's what's going to be done, okay?
Yes.
Mike, through the chair, is that, do I understand this correct, is that you're trying to bring back holiday busing?
Yeah, that's what it is, sir. You understood.
But didn't we have a committee and we had savings where that would actually save the district money?
Yeah, that was actually, sir, done. That is correct.
Okay, so why would they change that if we bare minimum now with money? Why would they going to spend more money on busing on top of what we already spent if we already agreed to not to reinstitute holiday busing?
As Ms. Isabel just said, it's the state law.
I understand that, but it was already voted on 3 years ago not to have it. If it was state law.
Well, actually, if we're going to bring up history, there were many, many meetings. It was a different reality then. That's a nice way of putting it, at 1 o'clock almost. A different reality. What I'm understanding, sir, is you're really restating the obvious. The law does say what it says, whatever that is. The schools have a right, whatever rights they have. I don't think Mr. Silver and Mr. Seidler or anyone is looking to give more or less than the law. As much as sometimes we differ, on this issue we don't. So you're saying, wait a minute, doesn't that save us money every day there's no busing? Well, in fact, it does. In fact, there was, from what I was told, an understanding. Regardless, no one could force a public or non-public school to waive rights. If the non-public school, like it or not, or public school is open for a certain amount of days, I can't exceed, I believe, 180, I could be off, but the fact is that they have a right to get busing. Your question is a valid one, because when this budget was it built with these days off? Well, I didn't pull the budget. The guy who built it no longer works here, won't take my phone calls, and only will work on Saturdays. So I can't ask him. So that's a valid point you raised.
Can we have Mr. Gus revisit that to see the savings?
You're going to take a bus, Gus, for all these revisits.
Gus, can we do that?
Revisit.
Revisit
yes.
The savings?
We'll revisit it. To be honest with you, I believe that the State Department of Education has been petitioned by members of the community here in Lakewood.
We are revisiting, but let me make it clear, this board is going to follow the law. Thank you.
Okay.
Seiler and Silver and Tim, you all want to follow the law.
Yes. Okay, one last thing, in the same spirit of following the law, I would like to reaffirm that we are going to follow the state statute in our central registration of proof of residency.
Is this your last motion?
Yes.
Oh, good.
There's a state statute that says that in order for somebody to prove residency, they need 4 pieces of proof of residency. We are going to implement that.
Well,
we did already bring this up once, but I'll second that we'll do it again. It was brought up a few months ago. We're just reaffirming the law.
There's a state law that somebody has to
Yes, but you're not there. Okay, what do you want? We want to follow the law. God bless you.
I just, you know, in case you've been lax in it in prior years, you should, you know, get back down to it.
I second.
Your second, follow the law.
No, the motion.
Motion to adjourn?
What about the teachers?
Yeah, we have to adjourn.
Oh, no motion to adjourn.
No. Debbie's loving
This
it.
is good.
We have to go meet with the teachers. We're going to do this as again, Joe, you'll be there with me, as will Carol and whoever else.
Can you tell the public that no action will be taken?
No action will be taken at this, I've been told to tell you. God bless.
They're just gonna listen?
It's not here.